Hello everyone, my name is Muskan. I am a legal intern at LexClick and Company. So today's topic of discussion is right against exploitation, which comes under Article 23 and 24 of Constitution of India. So let's proceed with our topic. Introduction. The Indian laws prohibit slavery and any act which harms the dignity and freedom of a person, yet there are people who still view themselves as superior to others. As a result, many people are forced to do work against their will at cheap rates, and millions of women and children become victims of human trafficking. In 2016, there were 18.3 million people in modern slavery in India, according to Global Slavery Index. The 2013 Global Slavery Survey report stated that there has been further addition of forced sexual exploitation and child labor in the country. The right against exploitation enriched in Article 23 and 24 of Indian Constitution guarantees human dignity and protect people from any such exploitation, thus upholding the principles of human dignity and liability upon which the Indian Constitution is based. Prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. Clause 1 of Article 23 prohibits the trafficking of human beings, beggar any similar form of forced labor. It also states that any contravention of this provision is punishable by the law. It explicitly prohibits human trafficking. This refers to sale and purchase of human beings mostly for the purpose of sexual slavery, forced prostitution or forced labor. Beggar. This is a form of forced labor which refers to forcing a person to work for no remuneration. Other forms of forced labor. This includes other forms of forced labor in which the person works for a wage less than the minimum wage. This includes bonded labor wherein a person is forced to work for to pay off his debt for inadequate remuneration. Prison labor wherein prisoners sent in for rigorous imprisonment are forced to work without even minimum remuneration, etc. Hence, Article 23 has a very wide scope by ensuring that a person is not forced to do anything involuntarily. For instance, it forbids a landowner to force a landless poor laborer to render free services. It also forbids forcing a woman or child into prostitution. People Union for Democratic Rights versus Union of India. In the case of People Union for Democratic Rights versus Union of India, the petitioner was an organization formed for the protection of democratic rights. It undertook efforts to investigate the conditions under which the workmen employed in various Asian projects were working. This investigation found that the various labor laws were being violated, and consequently PIL, that is public interest litigation, was initiated. In the case, issues like laborers not given the minimum remuneration as mentioned in the Minimum Wages Act 1948 and unequal income distribution among men and women were highlighted. Sanjeev Roy versus State of Rajasthan. In the case of Sanjeev Roy versus State of Rajasthan, the state employed a large number of workers for the construction of a road to provide them relief from drought and scarcity conditions prevailing in their area. Their employment fell under the Rajasthan Famine Relief Work Employees. The people employed for the work were paid less than the minimum wage, which were allowed in Exemption Act. Dina versus Union of India. In the case of Dina versus Union of India, it was held that if a prisoner is forced to do labor without giving him any remuneration, it is deemed to forced labor and is violative of Article 23 of Indian Constitution. This is because the prisoners are entitled to receive reasonable wages for the labor they did. Bandhu Mukti Morcha versus Union of India. The petitioner Bandhu Mukti Morcha is an organization waging a battle against the system of bonded labor. In the case of Bandhu Mukti Morcha versus Union of India, the organization sent a letter to Justice Bhagwati and the court treated it as a public interest litigation, that is PIL. The letter contained its observations based on a survey it conducted of some stone quarries in the Faridabad district, where it was found that these contained a large number of workers working in inhuman and intolerable conditions, and many of them were forced laborers. Then compulsory service for public purposes. Article 23 clause 2 of Constitution states that this article does not prevent the state to impose compulsory services for public purposes. It also states that while doing this, the state must not make any discrimination on grounds of caste, creed, religion, etc. Hence, through Article 23, this allows any form of forced labor. It permits the state to engage in conscription. However, while imposing services upon people for state services, the state must take care to no discrimination on grounds of race, caste, or sex. Prohibition of employment of children in factories. Article 24. Child labor is an inhuman practice which takes away the opportunity of having a normal childhood from the children. It hampers their growth and mental well-being of children. It also disables them from having normal fun-filled childhood. Article 39 of Constitution states that it is the duty of state to ensure that the tender age of children is not abused and that they are not forced by economic necessity to enter into fields of work where they are forced to provide labor which is unsuitable to their age and strength. Article 24 states that any child under the age of 14 years cannot be employed as a worker in the factory or any hazardous employment. Hence, it prohibits the employment of children under the age of 14 years in dangerous or unhealthy conditions which could harm their mental and physical strength. So that's all for today. So let's conclude our topic. Conclusion. The stronger have exploited the weak since ancient stages. Although child labor is banned for the nation, it is a shameful practice which harms the welfare and development of children as well as the entire nation. India still has approximately 30 million child laborers. This is horrifying and it is high time to eradicate this horrible practice and punish the offenders. So that's all for today. If you like my video, do like, comment and subscribe to Let's Click YouTube channel. Thank you.